I have really enjoyed using BYOT in the classroom this year with the students. It gets them more excited about learning. They're able to bring their own devices in. It's very convenient for me as a teacher. Then I can also bring my iPad in, look up apps, and share with them, and they get excited. Socrative is also a wonderful tool that I've been able to use in the classroom because of BYOT. I can ask questions on the fly and get immediate feedback. We can project the answers up on the board, and students can see what everyone else is saying and thinking. We get 100% participation with that tool. One of the challenges with BYOT would be classroom management, and that's really important that teachers have that in place, but it's learning as you go with BYOT, and the students are learning what is acceptable and what's not acceptable to do in the classroom. They're learning when it's okay to take out their device and use it. It's like another tool in the toolbox, like a pencil or a crayon or a marker. So the BYOT is becoming that tool for them to use.
It's easier to use the devices you own because for these you can just slide to unlock or type in your passcode. For those, you have to type in a password and wait like 5-10 minutes before it uploads, and then the internet is sort of jacky and glitchy, and it takes a little while. These are just up and running like I am ready to do.
Using your personal device is better than using the normal school desktops because you feel more comfortable using your own device and you know all the stuff about it.
We get to use hands-on activities with our own devices, and when we can use Angel and Socrative, it lets us express ourselves.
In BYOT, we get to use our own technologies, and it makes it more fun.
I think BYOT is good because you can write notes on it, and if you lose like your paper, then it's on your iPod or something.
I think BYT is a good thing because it keeps us all organized. We don't have to like sit there scrapping through papers to find the stuff that's already right there in the iPad or whatever we have.
I think the BYOT classroom is very important. The biggest benefit that I've noticed is it makes kids feel they're in charge of their own learning. They're more motivated to do their work. They take deeper and richer notes, and it's just been a really great experience.
BYOT is important because say you type in the notes from your book and you don't have your notebook, and say your notebook's lost or something, you can just get on your iPod and study from that.
I think BYOT is important because it makes carrying things easier.
I think it's better to use your own device because you can't take school laptops home and study if you don't want to use your notebooks. You can always just use your technology.
I think it's better to use a device because a lot of other kids can't. They can't, when we're watching a video on the screen, some of them can't write down the notes quick enough, but some can type quicker than they can write.
If my teacher next year doesn't have BYOT, I think it'll be a little bit harder because I'm not a very fast writer.
Well, next year if my teacher doesn't have BYOT, I think it might be a little boring.
I think the biggest challenge for educators is actually allowing the children to explore and learn to use their devices and not always trying to be in control. And that's the biggest thing for me, is not trying to build lessons around technology, but letting the technology build the lesson.
It does make you bored when you're in class.
Electronics is good to help you learn things and get much smarter.
Like, electronics make you smarter, and like if you want to go on the computer, you can like play your electronic.
When you bring a camera, you can use it to download pictures and for projects.
Using BYOT in my first grade classroom allows my students to be prepared for the future as it is turning completely technological. It gives them ownership over their work. They're able to use it as an academic resource to focus on the things that we're working on in class, and they're able to develop their own reasons and methods for finding answers and exploring for the concepts that we're working on. A big challenge using the BYOT is being knowledgeable of all of the resources that are out there because they're endless, and you feel like you've just learned something awesome, and then there's another thing that comes your way and you have to reteach yourself and learn yourself, and then you have to relay that on to the kids and their parents. And it can become challenging because you want to keep updated, but there is so much out there.